Well, the butterfly garden really has come from a platform of total naivety. So I am by trade, by profession, a gardener. I was fascinated by the process of growing plants and by seeing the evolution of something from nothing. And then one day into my life walked a teacher with 6 kids, and the kids were autistic. And they said that they were starting a garden at their school and didn't really know what they were doing, and could I talk to them about my job as a gardener. From a personal point of view, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven. I'd had the best afternoon I'd had in years, and within days the phone was ringing and people were saying, "We've heard about your project." And I said, "Well, I haven't got a project," but they said, "The thing you were doing with the kids, could we bring people?" And as soon as I was with them, I knew that I would never again be able to turn anybody away. So today I have more than 300 people regularly attending the site. The priority within this group was to have the opportunity to be with other people, to socialise gently, to interact, to feel that they had a value in the world.
I love coming along here because I meet people that all their life have been told that they can't, and they come to the butterfly garden and they can, and they're told they can, and the look on their face when they've created something which is theirs is just incredible. It gives you so much joy to see that they've done something on their own or with a little bit of help, and the pleasure that they get from that, which they don't often get in the outside world. It's just an absolute amazing experience.
So the butterfly garden means the world to me. It's life-changing for me because it allows me to just free up and be myself. In so many years in coming here, I've grown in confidence, I've grown in being a better person than what I was right at the beginning, going from being a quiet, shy person to being the person I am today.
There was a movement of people who turning up and saying, "I am a trained this, that or the other." So quickly I had a woodworker, quickly I had an artist, quickly I had a crafter, and those people brought their skills, and when they interacted with the students that were attending and realised the enormity of the need, like myself, they went out looking for more volunteers.
So I came to see Chris and said, I'd really quite like to come and volunteer down here, completely unaware how big it is down here. It was astonishing. I came in and it was just joyful. Everybody just pitched in. There was no hierarchy as far as I could see, and it just looked like somewhere I'd like to volunteer, give some time.
What stands the butterfly garden out to other services that I've accessed in the past for people I've been working with is that it's open to all abilities, all ages, all walks of life. It's the way it involves not just people coming to access support, but actually people offering support, so there's a community element to it.
In the modern world, most of us that have found employment will find that somebody will give us a target, somebody will tell us how the job is done, somebody will tell us that we can't challenge this because we don't want to put our job at risk. These guys are totally unpolluted by that experience, so they tell it like it is, once you've given them permission to be themselves.
And when you come here, there's no targets and there's no expectations, and everybody is allowed to be themselves. Everyone can be who they want to be. They can do as little as much as they want to be, and that's the joy of this place. It's just, it opens everybody's hearts and it just fills you with love, and you just say, what is this amazing place?
There's no pressure to do anything. You can come here and just sit in the garden if you want to. If you want to do recycling, you can. If you want to come into my cookery class, you can make a cake and take it home. If you take some cakes home, what a lovely thing that is. You've achieved something. And I think people achieve things here that probably is difficult in other settings.
I used to think, oh, it's kind of chaos, but happy chaos. And I thought this is the kind of place that I like to be because there's so much freedom here?
Probably in simplest terms, it's the lack of sort of adherence to regulations and policies and procedures which govern social care, healthcare, education in all other sectors. That's not to say that there aren't processes in place to keep people safe and well in this environment, but they're done behind the scenes rather than to people.
It's magical. I've said to Chris, I've said to him, I don't think you quite realise how you impact people's lives. You give people the chance to be themselves, but without all the horrible restrictions and rules that you have in the outside world.
It is a really good demonstration of what happens when the system gets out the way and lets people do what people are good at, which is connecting and contributing to something bigger.
And it's free. You know, there's no financial restrictions. You come along knowing that today I can do this and I don't have to worry.
So because they know we're free, they can then up their sessions and they can come as many times as they want.
If you're paying for a service, you know, you have maybe a contract, you are expecting to get your money's worth. People don't have any of that expectation here, and I think taking the money out of the equation has a huge difference.
The provision is and always has been entirely free, but people were turning it with money and saying, you know, if you think it's important, we think it's important, here's some money.
The community can see all this going on, and the community want to help Chris. They want to donate some money, they want to fundraise. Chris is always going to places where they're giving him some money for the project.
Chris is a force of nature. He's got fingers in everything. You never see him miserable, ever. Ever, ever. He's just got that joy of life in him. He empowers people, both the students and the people that come and volunteer.
I get more out of volunteering here than anywhere that I've done in my entire life. It's such a rich environment of so many wonderful people, so many loving people, that really they do just want to be loved. They want to be cared and nurtured and given the opportunities that they just can't get anywhere else.
In a nutshell, it's just somewhere I've never been before, and Chris is the most wonderful person I've ever... Sorry, I'm getting emotional. He's the most wonderful person I've ever worked for, and you know, to find somebody who knows you for knowing who you are. Sorry, I shouldn't get so emotional, but there aren't many Chris's out there in this world, and you know, for him to take me on board at the later stage of my life and to give me this wonderful opportunity means so much to me. It really does. I'm so sorry.
I tell them constantly, this is not my project, it is ours. You've all chosen to invest in it, and you bring magic. When you get access to something and you make it grow and it thrives, there's success in the simplicity of that journey and success in the complexity of that journey,